Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing so well and having a lovely week so far. In today's video, I wanted to dive deep into the feeling of unfulfillment in life. I think we all get periods in our lifetime of this feeling of unfulfillment. It can be very upsetting and dark and lonely and very difficult to get out of and feel content and happy in areas of our life. So I wanted to, like I said, deep dive into the emotions, the feelings, how it maybe can show up in your life, and hopefully some steps on how to feel a bit more fulfilled in life. So feeling unfulfilled, it can manifest itself in many different ways. I think some key ones are feelings of emptiness and feeling like something is missing, tiredness, like real full-on fatigue, lack of energy, mood swings, feeling very negative with your thoughts, procrastination, definitely. I guess being withdrawn and maybe potentially distancing yourself as well. So, there's a big host of emotions, mentally, emotionally, physically as well. And I think when you're feeling unfulfilled, you want to fix it, but it's hard knowing where the unfulfillment comes from, what areas in your life are making you feel like that sometimes. And to have the energy to just even think, okay, why am I feeling like this? It can be so difficult and so overwhelming because you're already lacking energy and feeling tired. So trying to dig deep and navigate how to climb this mountain to feel content and fulfillment can be very difficult. I think the first step, and it's something that definitely helps me, is having visuals or a guide of some sort. And you can Google and search on Pinterest, and there's some really nice, fun, colourful visuals. And I did want to, specifically for this video, find a diagram that I have seen ages ago. And I just really liked the layout and how it was worded. It kind of was broken down into so many sections, but it was really simplified. And it was different sections or different areas of your life and suggestions as well. And basically saying that it's good to have something in each area of your life. And I loved it. I found it very easy, and I applied it to my own situation when I was feeling unfulfilled. However, I cannot for the life of me find it. So I have created my own. Like I said, there's visuals on Google or on Pinterest, but this is just for kind of a reference. So take whatever you want out of it, or if you don't like it and you want to search your own, please do go ahead. But first step, like I said, is to identify the source. And with this visual, I've kind of broken it down into 4 areas. We have personal growth, social connection, career, and physical/mental well-being. And I've just put down a few little bullet points under each one. So if you look into the personal growth area, maybe you can reflect and see, or firstly, do you have any hobbies? Maybe that is something that you'd like to take up, and that could be a reason why you're feeling unfulfilled. Are you constantly just working and you've got no kind of hobby or that thing for yourself? Maybe it's learning a new skill, such as a language, cooking skills, sewing, drawing, the list is endless. So maybe it's a personal growth area where you're feeling unfulfilled, and maybe you can add something to bring you that contentment. Maybe it's the area of social connection, looking at your day-to-day or your weekly or monthly life. Are you not as socially connected as you would like to be? Do you see your friends, your family? Maybe, and I've been in this situation, you have relocated from your hometown and it's a case of building that community around you in this new place that you have moved to. Maybe you don't have any friends in this area and you would really like to make 1 or 2 friends. Maybe that's where that unfulfillment comes from. Maybe you want to see your family more. If you are in a romantic relationship, maybe you would like to go on more dates, or if you're single, maybe you would like a romantic relationship. So that's kind of some areas or some things in that area that you might want to look into. Another area is career. Are you fulfilled in your career? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Do you find it interesting? With work, it's not always going to be 100% every single day. You might really enjoy the tasks that you do in your job, but you might not like your manager so much, or you might not like your colleagues so much, or you might really love your team and your colleagues, but the work that you're doing, the day-to-day tasks, is just boring. Maybe you've outgrown your job and you're looking for a promotion. There's so many different factors when it comes to career. So maybe have a little look into where you're at the moment and those different areas, and maybe some other areas that you can think of, and see if that could be a trigger for feeling unfulfilled at the moment. And then lastly is the physical and mental well-being area. Do you move your body enough to feel good? Do you have a balanced diet? Whatever that would look like to you. Everyone is different. Do you have your self-care routines? Do you have a good morning and evening routine? Do you have a good amount of sleep? Are you always maybe staying up late and having less sleep? I feel like when you are feeling unfulfilled, and I don't know, for example, maybe it's work related and there's procrastination. Maybe you work 8 hours plus whatever job you do a day. You come home, you have to do all kind of like your life admin, you have to feed yourself, maybe feed other people depending on your situation. And if you're not enjoying your work life, falling asleep is going to lead very quickly, because you're sleeping, is going to lead very quickly to the next day where you have to face another full day of work again. And so I know some people, they procrastinate and they go to bed late because they don't want the day to end, because that means they have to then wake up and face work again. That's just an example, but maybe that could be a domino effect into having poor quality sleep. Also, maybe the thought of therapy could be a good idea. Maybe you don't have someone that you can talk to, and mentally journal. I don't know, if you journal, maybe it's not enough and you need that kind of physical conversation with somebody. Maybe that could be an idea as well. I'm not a professional in any way at all. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, but it's just areas that I have found really helpful for myself, just kind of breaking life down into 3 or 4 areas. I know, like I said, if there's diagrams that you search, there's more areas for sure, but just for the purpose of not getting overwhelmed, I've kind of broken life down into 4 areas, so you can just reflect and have a look at maybe where the unfulfillment lies. I think once you've done that first step and you've identified the source, maybe you've come up with different areas, then the second step would be to set small achievable goals around that area. And I think if you've noticed multiple areas, definitely start with one instead of doing all of these areas, because that is just setting yourself up to fail, especially when, if you're feeling tired or unfulfilled already, unhappy, it can feel like a lot. So just stick with one thing, whether that is working on your sleep, or if you're not enjoying your job, it can feel really energy draining just thinking about maybe getting your CV up to date and, not even looking at jobs, but just getting your CV up to date with kind of your latest skills and experience. Maybe that's something to do, or reaching out to a family member, or if you're lacking a friend and you'd like to find a friend, or get a friend, then maybe think about joining an online network or finding a hobby. And that's kind of like, I guess, 2 in 1. If you feel like you want a hobby, you can also get friends out of that potentially as well. So that is the second step, is just set small achievable goals. Even if, like I said, it's just, I don't know, in regards to maybe dating, if you wanted to do online dating, just setting up your account, you don't have to look at it, or I don't know how it works like now, but I'm guessing like there's a swipe thing still going on. You just need to set up your account. That's if you want to do that way, of course, like that's down to you, but just very small goals. And then after you've established and listed out a few key areas and the first goal that you would like to achieve, then it's to take action, slow and steady. And even just by doing those small actions, you will gain a feeling of fulfillment and being productive and kind of working towards that bigger picture. It's very difficult when you're in the thick of it to visualize and feel when you're at the end of that tunnel and you've come out of that dark, empty space that you're currently in. So I hope this video has helped. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any tips or any experiences that you'd like to share with myself and others, and I will see you in my next video.